What's up, gamers and nerds? It's John of Video Games in the World with weekly news number 23. I am sorry for not making weekly news last week, and I haven't been working with a history of GTA video due to a bad case of spring allergies and barely able to speak. I'm still sneezing quite a bit, and it sucks when you're allergic to pollen. So anyway, here's the weekly news. The Gundam series has been around for nearly 50 years. This series is one of the most influential anime and manga series ever made, created by Japanese anime director, screenwriter, and novelist Yoshiyuki Tomino. This franchise features giant robots or mecha known as mobile suits, typically including a prominent one named Gundam. This franchise began on April 7, 1979 with the premiere of the anime Mobile Suit Gundam, which defined the real robot mecha anime genre by depicting giant robots within a militaristic setting, inspired by the Robert A. Heinlein novel Starship Troopers. Since then, the Gundam series has become a worldwide phenomenon that influenced giant robot anime as well, such as Neon Genesis Evangelion, Robotech, Macross, and even the G1 Transformers. It spawned over 50 TV series, films, OVAs, manga, novels, video games, etc. The Gundam shows I have seen growing up were the original Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam Wing, G Gundam, and I have also seen a few episodes of Zeta Gundam, Gundam Seed, Gundam 00, and also played some of the video games as well. My first Gundam in the series was Gundam Wing. I love it. This series also had different timelines and standalone universes such as Universal Century, After Colony, Cosmic Era, Anno Domini, Advanced Generation, Our Century, Regold Century, Post Disaster, and At Stella. But not all of them are standalone timelines, as the franchise is split between a heavily connected main universe and several separate self-contained alternate universes. Okay, so right now it turns out that Netflix has finally confirmed the long-awaited live-action Gundam film has begun production in Queensland, Australia, bringing one of the most iconic mecha franchises of all time into a new era. This movie is directed by Jim Mickle, and the movie is set to deliver a brand new story within the Gundam universe, and the movie will star Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. This movie will not adapt an existing series, but introduce an original narrative set during a prolonged war between Earth and its former space colonies. If it's set within a universe of the series, it could be either After Century, which is most likely, or After Colony, or any other universe. Now, I'm always skeptical when it comes to live-action adaptations of famous anime shows, because a lot of adaptations of famous anime franchises were bad. And I mean bad. The bad ones, in my opinion, are Cough Cough, Dragon Ball Evolution, Fist of the North Star, Death Note, Attack on Titan, Ghost in the Shell, and Cowboy Bebop. They were all bad because of bad writing, altering core character motivations, changing the setting, poor dialogue, and also deviating far from the source materials that they were adapted from. However, this is not the first live-action Gundam movie that was made. In 1999, there was a Canadian live-action film set in the Universal Century timeline that was produced to celebrate the franchise's 20th anniversary. That movie is called G-Savior, starring Brennan Elliott, Katarina Conti, and Enuka Okuma. I never saw it, but I heard that it wasn't really good. I'm not going to say to the director to not screw up this time, because judging by how the last live-action Gundam movie, G-Savior, was not really good, all I can say is that I am very, very skeptical. That's all. A former Naughty Dog developer claims that co-director Neil Druckmann has plans for an entire group of immune survivors in the universe of The Last of Us. The game is not in development as far as we know, but there could be a continuation where the second game took off at the end. It was a very tear-jerking end, even after almost 6 years. So, a former Naughty Dog lighting artist, Gabriel Betancourt, spilled the beans on what a theoretical third part might look like. In a conversation with Neil Druckmann that he apparently had, Drutman allegedly revealed that several people are immune, and there's a whole congregation of that kind of person. We all know that in the one of the flashbacks of The Last of Us Part 2, Joel insisted that there were others like Ellie who were immune. It could happen if there is a third game, but it would not absolve him from the gravity of what he had done, which causes tensions between him and Ellie. And when Joel reveals the truth, we all know how that goes. It is not known when we will have a third game, as it has not been announced. But if there is a third game, we shall see if there are others who are immune to the infection. If you were a child in the 1990s like I was, then I am sure you remember this movie titled FernGully, The Last Rainforest. It's an animated movie that premiered in 1992. The movie is set in an Australian rainforest inhabited by fairies, including Krista, who accidentally shrinks a young logger named Zack to the size of a fairy. Together, they rally the fairies and the animals of the rainforest to protect their home from the loggers and Hexus, a malevolent pollution entity. Though it did not receive that much success in the movie theater and the box office, the home video release was successful in sales. In 1998, there was a sequel, but it wasn't as good. This movie featured the voices of the late Robin Williams and Tim Curry, with songs by Elton John. It turns out that this classic movie will get a live-action remake with Marielle Heller writing and directing. The producer of this upcoming remake, John Scheinberg, said the following: "Our goal isn't simply to make a new film. It's to honor a timeless classic and extend its powerful themes and musical legacy across every platform." Although it was not as big as Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin, the movie left its own stamp on pop culture back in 1992. I remember watching that movie as a child, and I loved it. And it was well known for its message about preserving the environment and fighting big corporations that want to tear down rainforests so they can make mucho dinero. Money-grubbing sons of bitches. Pardon my French. Well, Marielle, all I gotta say is that I hope you stay true to the original story while adding a few new elements. So far, it is not known who will play Zack and Krista, but I hope that they cast people who are not well known, then heavily depending on bigger names in Hollywood. It will be interesting to see Christian Slater or Samantha Mathis to make a cameo, since they both voiced Zack and Krista back in 1992. I sure do hope they appear. Gen V is a spin-off of the TV series The Boys. It first premiered in 2023 and is set between seasons 3 and 4 of The Boys. In 2025, we got a second season taking place before the final season of The Boys. It introduced brand new metahumans who are at a university called GATW, short for Godolkin University, which trains superheroes to someday be part of the Vought Corporation and have the opportunity of becoming a member of Vaught's elite superhero team, the Seven. Well, folks, we got some bad news. It turns out that the show has been canceled. Executive producers Eric Kripke and Evan Goldberg said the following: "While we wish we could keep the party going another season at Godolkin, we're committed to continuing the Gen V character stories in The Boys Season 5 and other VCU projects on the horizon. You'll see them again. Right now, some of the Gen V characters have indeed appeared in The Boys Season 5, with more to come before it's over. First, The Boys Diabolical gets cancelled, and now Gen V gets cancelled. What a total bummer. Also, the tragic death of Chance Perdomo, who played Andre Anderson in the show's first season, may have been a huge factor in the Gen V's cancellation. This cancellation will leave us with so many unresolved plots. But the good news is that Vought Rising and The Boys Mexico are still happening. I just hope that we can get to see both of these upcoming shows. I just hope so. And that's all for the weekly news. Don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe, and share with everyone that you know. Follow me on Discord, Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This is John of Video Games in the World, signing off.